What's going on, people? My name is Nathan and welcome to the channel. As you can see by today's video title, I'm going to be making a bit of a wish list for the developers over at Bitlife. Obviously, the game has been out for a while now and they've just released a pretty naughty update. I made a video on it last video about how to become Prime Minister, President, whatever you want to call it. That was like a pretty cool update. I thought that was probably one of their best updates I've done in a while. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about other updates they could possibly do, other interesting things. Obviously, you guys will have your own opinions for like what you want to see in this game. So I don't know if this will actually, it probably won't affect anything. Like they probably won't even see this video. But, you know, I thought it'd be cool just to kind of give my opinion on what I think would be cool in the game. Maybe if you're watching this, you have a few ideas, write down in the comments, say what you want to see. But, you know, I feel like the game's been progressively getting better. And, like, this update was kind of a bit more of a, okay, this is kind of cool. When they've done the whole president thing, it's like a bit of a different... It's like a different vibe to the game, so that was pretty good. But I think there's quite a few more things that they can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about them now. Again, if you feel like you have any like cool suggestions, put them down in the comments so I can read them, see what you guys are thinking. But yeah, we're going to get into the video, and yeah, let's just go. Alright, so on my wish list, yeah, the first thing which I actually think will make the game so much better is just like put better jobs in the game. Like just put more interesting jobs in the game. And then also what they've done with the Prime Minister job is they've made really cool scenarios. So every year it's like a scenario. So for example, you have the Prime Minister or whatever it is, and it'll be like, boom, here's a new law. Someone's asked you about this, someone's asked you about that. This company's trying to bribe you. Like, it's really cool kind of scenarios. I think it'd be so cool if they added that to jobs. And not just like, obviously you could do like the actor job, you could do so you could have like loads of different scenarios for all these type of jobs. But also, yeah, they should add like professional athletes. So you know how when you're in college or university it says activity and you can see all the sports. You should be able to like, say if you picked football or you picked basketball, click on them, and then if you're good enough, you get like a contract or something for the NBA, and you can be like a professional basketballer or you know footballer, whatever it is, whatever your person decides to do, you could be like one of them. I think that'd be such a sick like idea. Again with the scenarios, so like maybe you press on a year and then a scenario comes up. Say you're playing basketball, it's like it's the final seconds. Are you gonna shoot the 3-pointer or are you gonna pass it out to Michael Jordan and let him shoot? You know what I mean? Obviously, I think that'd be quite a cool idea. I don't know how hard that would be to implement into the game. I bet they've probably thought about it. It would be a pretty nice idea just to kind of add different type of jobs. Obviously, not just like them. You could add like smaller ones, bigger ones, whatever. But I think people kind of want to see like professional athletes. There'll be other jobs that people want to see. But yeah, I think that'd be like quite cool. Also, yeah, if they could actually, so like obviously you see like, I think it's just like lead singer. Or it's like musician, but it'd be cool if you could have like different genres. So it'd be like, you could be a rapper, you could be a pop artist, you could be you could be in a band. I think it'd be cool if they could kind of separate it and again put a bit more detail into the jobs. I mean, obviously, you know, you could be like a surgeon or something, and then a surgeon could be like, you're operating on someone, and there's a 30% chance that you could get this certain bit wrong. Are you gonna take it? You know what I mean? I think it'd be like cool ideas. So yeah, that is my first thing on the wish list. Put better jobs in, and I suppose that could kind of be two, because it could also be like add scenarios. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty lit. Get me like a lot more interested in the game again, kind of juice things up a bit. This Prime Minister one was pretty good, but it's like once you've done the Prime Minister, it's kind of like, oh, what do you do now? But yeah, let's get on to number 2. Okay, right, so number 2, I think would be another pretty sick idea, yeah. I wish they'd done it for a while. How cool would it be, yeah, if you could rent out houses, like you become like a landlord. So you wouldn't even need to work, you could just own like a bunch of houses. Say your net worth on Bitlife just through generations is like 1 billion. And they put in the game, because obviously you've got all this money, you don't know what to spend it on. And then they put in the game, oh, you can now rent properties. Just buy a load of properties and then you just rent them all out. That'd be so cool. Like, wouldn't that be like such a sick thing? Or you could literally have a job and be a landlord. So you could be making like 2 million a year off your job, and then like an extra 800k a month from the properties, like however many properties you decide to have. That'd be a lot of properties if you had 800k coming in a year. But you get the idea. It's like little things which you could implement. You know what I'm saying? So it's like job, properties. Imagine if you owned a hotel. Imagine if you owned a house. Mind blown, you know what I mean? So these are all cool ideas which make the game sick. I mean, you could have like, again, scenarios for this. So it could be like, one of your tenants hasn't paid, what are you gonna do? And then it could be like cool little things like that. Again, maybe like a roof could collapse on a tenant and, I don't know, hurt someone or whatever, and then their scenario could be like, this person's suing you because your building was structurally not sound. How are you going to act? I mean, you know what I mean? There's just so many things which they could do, which they're not. Now, obviously, I know it's hard, but yeah, as you can see, I am very, very smart when it comes to these type of scenario things. I do have a nice little few ideas for what they could add to the game. So, you know, that's another cool idea. Let's have a look at my other ideas in my brain. So, yeah, let's have a talk about them. Alright. Right, so I kind of talked on this idea like from the previous one when I said hotels. How cool would it be, yeah, if you could like have your own business? Imagine if you could like literally buy a hotel, run a hotel, or like any type of business. Imagine if you could run a casino and you literally take like profits. So instead of being employed, you are like the employer, like you are the owner. You get to decide how many people you employ. And then that kind of how depends on how much your company's making, how much you want to spend on advertising. You know what I mean? There's just so many layers they could add to it, and it'd be so sick. Again, I just thought of another job idea. How cool would it be if you could add like job titles as like influencer, but like you're actually an influencer, like your person's got like 100% looks and they just blow up on Instagram and they get paid loads for doing that. Like, it's just cool little things like that. Like, imagine if you didn't even need a job to become famous. You just got famous from like there's like a scenario where it's like one of your posters just went viral and you look so good or whatever, and then boom, you got loads of followers. Again, cool little ideas which I think would work well in Bitlife. It'd like add to challenges as well, so I think that'd be pretty naughty. But anyway, like I was saying on like the businesses, you could own like a hotel, you could own like a real estate company. You know how like, oh my god, there's just so many ideas that you could do. You could literally do anything. Like, imagine if you owned your own dentist. Imagine if you owned the surgeries. Imagine if you owned the car company. You know what I mean? So it's just cool little ideas. So, you know, it's coming off the head right here. It's coming off the beanie. You're asking why I'm wearing a beanie. It's because the trim is a dead thing. Right, so I've seen a few people talk about this one, yeah, and it's kind of, nah, it's not really. I've seen a few people talk about this one. It's a royalty update. So it's like where you can become king or become queen. I don't even know how that would work. It'd have to be like I don't even know how you could implement that into the game. Maybe like just pick a random character and there's like a 1 in 1,000 chance and you just happen to be part of the royal family. But that'd be pretty naughty. Like, imagine if you could actually just like be part of the royal family. I think that'd be quite cool. Again, that's like a job though, you know what I mean? Like, that could really be added to jobs. Because it kind of is, because like at the end of the day, a royal family is like a job. So I don't know, that's more like a job type title. But again, it would be cool. I was just thinking as well, they could have so many jobs. You could literally be like a professional bodybuilder. You could be like a professional swimmer. You could do like, oh, there's just so many ideas. You could be like a professional artist. That might actually be a job now. I don't even know, because I know there's like an artist, but I'm not sure. But that'd be so sick. But you know, it'd just be cool, man. It'd be cool. Okay, right, so another sick idea, yeah, would be imagine if they implemented a stock market in the game. Can you imagine how sick that would be? Like, imagine if you had like 80 million, yeah, and you like put 15 million into the stock market and it could literally just do this. You could pull it out whenever you wanted. It could go in, out. Again, that could be like a little bit of training for any day traders out there who wanted to become like, I don't know, day traders, I suppose. But like, yeah, you put like 15 million in and then it keeps on going up and down, up and down. There's potential you could lose it. There's potential you can make loads. You know what I mean? Like, I think that'd just be, again, there's just so many things. Because like what I find like people do, what I do anyway, is I literally like, as I'm kind of in my older adult years in Bitlife, I'll go to the gym, I'll work harder, I'll post a photo on Instagram, boom, 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 maybe do some fame, and then I just skip, like, it's like, and then I go to the next year. It's like, it's just so repetitive. I feel like these things could really add layers. Again, I'm not coming at Bitlife being like, it's a dead game, because it's not a dead game, but what I am saying is it like needs like these extra layers, which I think would really help and really like, I don't know, it would just help, you know what I mean? It just would help, so yeah, another cool idea. It could work. Nice. Right, so obviously it's a new update, but it would be cool at some point. Obviously, it's a new update. Again, I'm obviously talking about the Prime Minister update. It would be cool at some point if there was like more control to what you could do as Prime Minister. Like, imagine if, like, hypothetically, first thing that comes to my head, imagine if you could start like a trade war or start like a war with people. I don't know, that sounds kind of messed up because I don't know why I would want that. But you know what I mean? Like, it'd be cool if you could like have these things. Like, you could like start like a, like, I don't know, like two countries are at war. What do you do? And you can like pick to like help out, or you know what I mean? There's just so many things you could do, or they could just make it more detailed. Again, I know it's hard. I know like there's so many different things you'd need to do. Again, it's just ideas that I think would be cool. Actually implementing them, I don't know how hard that would be, but it is, you know, ideas which I think would be quite naughty. Eventually, yeah. Right, so I know this one's a little bit out there, yeah, and I know this would kind of be on the brink of things, but at the same time, Bitlife are kind of like always on that fine line of what they say anyway. But imagine if on crime, yeah, you could literally become like a drug lord. Like, can you imagine that? Like, you literally became like just an absolute rich daddy just from like selling drugs across the country. Like, I think that'd be such a cool update. Like, literally go on crime, you wouldn't even need a job, or you would need a job to get like the capital, but then like you could like do this whole thing, make a load of money. I think that'd be so sick. Again, the scenarios that could come up would be absolutely lethal and really make the game kind of have like that extra layer. Imagine you could actually have a normal job, like you could be an actor, but at the same time you could have like on the side like you're an absolute, I don't know, like you just supplying the world with drugs. So again, that'd be cool. I don't know if that is something they'd want to do. It would be kind of like, all right, nice, that is pretty cool. But yeah, again, an idea for the people. Okay, so now I've got like a bit of a question. I'm not sure how long you guys have been playing for, but I basically downloaded the game when it first came out on iPhone. Like, as soon as it came out on iPhone, I downloaded it. And what I noticed is like the best job at the time paid like 8 million, which is like, it's not in the game anymore. All right, and then what it was a porn director. So obviously you go through all the different ranks, but they got rid of that director role. But yeah, I don't know why they got rid of that. That would have been like a really, like, I want to see jobs where like it is literally like the maddest pay. Like, you're getting paid 15 million a year, like a banker, but like, or like you become the CEO, but you get like tons of money when you could. Like, the CEO doesn't even get paid that much. Like, I became the CEO before, I thought it'd be worth it. CEO does not get paid that much. I think it would have been way better if the CEO did get paid. Or like I said earlier, when you can start your own business, then that's when you could like be pulling in like the 15 million a year, or even like more, like 100 million a year. Like that one job which just pays like mad. So yeah, that'd be cool. Again, something for you guys to think about. Anyway, that is me out of ideas now, people. If you have Anyway, that is me out of ideas now, people. If you have any other ideas which you think would be cool, write them down in the comments down below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. Don't follow me on Twitter because I don't actually have a Twitter I already use at the moment. But yeah, they were just a few ideas which I think would be pretty cool for the game. Again, write your comments, I'll be reading them. And yeah, until next time, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.